Hello and welcome back to Filmfaker Commentary, your most favorite new show from Superliminal Films. I guarantee it. This week we are bringing you a true cult classic here on Filmfaker that we know does not have an accompanying director commentary. So we're going to provide not that, but something close. I'm Dan.
J-Rod.
Paul.
Max.
We've queued up The Warriors, which you've probably seen from the title at this point. We've queued up The Warriors on Netflix. We are all of about 3 seconds in, and I'm going to hit play right now.
We're looking at Paramount. Stars.
The stars have just come in.
Text.
Paramount is a Gulf and Western company.
Just changed to focus.
Is it Gulf and Western or is it Gulf Western?
There's a plus sign.
Is that a plus sign?
Yeah.
Unless
So I think it's Gulf and Western, not Gulf Western.
Gulf to Western.
So, Max, I know we talked about this recently the other day, but go over it again with me. How do I make film in the dark look that clear?
You shoot a Ferris wheel that's lit.
Like, because
This is extremely dark. These blacks aren't like they're not cranking up any kind of settings in the camera. They're letting there's nothing, right? Your camera's getting nothing out of those blacks,
and they're just getting the
and
lights.
you're just getting the lights exclusively. And for the most part,
That's
though,
going to be hard to focus, though, right?
Oh, for sure. Look at the lights.
Yeah.
Like what's in focus in this shot.
I guess that's true.
It's the people on the subway, I think.
Also, to derail, James Remar is fantastic in this movie.
David
And in
Harris.
general, but James Remar is fantastic in
I
this
am
movie.
1 degree from this movie.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
I will explain when we get there.
Okay, please
It's
do.
also the same reason I'm 1 degree from Black Dynamite.
Okay. I think I remember that story,
Yep.
so that's pretty great. Like, you should be proud of being 1 degree from The Warriors.
Well, yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
It's so good.
It's a lot of fun.
See, here that is, you want to light, see how well Cleon's lit there in the foreground.
Yeah.
That's him lit back there. Only the elements that are lit up in the background, maybe a couple little ambience, and then it's brighter than you would think.
Yeah.
And then that way you don't have to crank the ISO way up on your camera to see.
Yeah, because
I open the shutter really wide.
That's one of the things that really confuses me about film is filming in the dark, because I know I've done not much of it, but I've done enough of it that it really gets me.
Also, the reason Cleon's so close is because a shallow depth of field is easier to keep in focus.
Yeah, easier to
you're
focus.
Opened up wide,
That I do know.
shorter depth of field. So
Also, I'll not derail, but actually mention some things I know about history. This is like this sort of shit that happens in this movie is exactly what was going on in New York in the 70s. Like gangs riding the subways and this is 100% time accurate.
Sure.
Except for like the meeting of the gangs and everything else, but
And what about the
the gang of mimes is not accurate.
the very exuberant?
no,
groups?
well, the things like the Warriors, because they're not super exuberant, they wear very particular gear. That was correct, but the baseball furies and things like that are a little over the top.
Yeah.
But I have a theory about like these guys.
Pimps?
The pimps
I
is
don't think they're
pretty.
the pimps, but they look like
No, but
the
it's pretty close to accurate too. Like pimps, especially in the 70s. I mean, we talked about this on our podcast when we talked about coffee. Pimps dressed ridiculously in the
There's
70s.
the group of mimes.
Yep. That's just ridiculous.
I agree.
And
Because
wonderful.
I imagine based on their hair and their look that they're all Jewish too.
I love this credit sequence.
Oh, it's great. It's so well shot, and the accompanying score is fantastic. But yeah, the costuming in this movie was actually really what I wanted to mention there, is so good because you know at a glance who is from a different gang.
I love how this movie and American Werewolf in London do the treatment of the various subways or tubes.
Yeah.
Just it's so good. It's so like I don't really have a whole lot of experience, but like everybody's seen that really like over shiny tile in really grungy places and stuff. Like it just gives.
Also,
you
those
something.
Asian dudes look like a stereotype.
Oh, for sure.
Like they're not people. They're walking stereotypes.
A lot of every gang is just like at a second's glance you want to know
Yeah.
what they're about, and you do with basically everybody.
At
Even
least the gangs are respectable.
like the most like the scariest gang is the Turnbull ACs, who are a bunch of black guys in karate gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that the gangs also still pay the subway tolls.
Well,
They're good guys.
you could literally get arrested for that in the 70s. You still can, actually.
Right, but you can't get arrested for the rest of the gang activity. Like, I'm just saying, like, of all the infractions that these groups have committed, jumping a terminal doesn't seem like the worst.
Yeah, well, except for the fact that jumping a terminal is monitored a lot more than, for instance,
Tagging something.
Yeah.
something, or the
were no
odds of
cameras
getting
back
caught. Yeah, the odds of getting caught jumping a turnstile
Yeah,
are
I
a
guess
lot
that
higher.
kind of makes sense, right? Because like
does.
there's
That makes
less
sense, yeah.
eyes everywhere, so you just the only like crimes you don't want to commit are directly in front of people.
Yeah,
'Cause
plus
this is well before a lot of security cameras
Yeah.
existed.
Yeah.
So,
plus
yeah.
these cats lived on the subways because they didn't have, I mean, New York in the 70s was a shit pit.
There's James Remar.
Yeah, he's great.
One of the hardest things to do in this movie, and if you guys want to try to do it, I will interrupt you. I think I might be able to do it. Is name all of the warriors.
Oh, I can't.
It's a really hard thing to do because they don't drop the names constantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's only they say the character's name maybe once or twice
Yeah.
each through the whole movie.
I know like 3 of them. Offhand, I could probably think of a few more, but
But it's a fun game to play with if you guys want to
yeah.
try to. And if you remind me, I'll try to name them at a point if you guys can't.
Fuck the, by the way, guy that came up with the map for the London Underground, and then fuck everybody else for going, hey, we don't actually have to show anything to real scale as long as we make it look approximately correct.
Yeah.
Because that's how it started. And you've seen it on every train map you've ever seen in, like, for modern train transport.
Yeah.
Is just this completely nebulous, like, straight lines and curves and stuff.
Yep.
There's a couple places in New York you can do this, and I know for a fact there's a place in London you can do it. You can take what is like a standard 40 or 50 minute ride on the subway where you have to change trains just to come out 3 blocks away from where you started.
Wow.
But on the map, it looks like the most direct route.
Wow.
Yeah. And you could have walked it in half the time. It's just a bad idea. Though I do love that they use the New York subway map in the opening sequence.
Oh, it's great. It sets everything up and like all this is exposition, right? So he's got to set everything up. He's got to set all the tension for the whole movie up. Right here, you get to know what everybody's about to do and what's about to happen to like understand kind of the gravity and the size of the situation. Because you're like, that's what you're seeing, right? You're seeing all of New York, all the boroughs are congregating here.
Well, the mainland boroughs, you're not seeing Staten, but
Correct.
the main.
But you get Coney
boroughs.
Island.
Yeah,
which
they're all
is just-
traveling by map. so.
Yeah. And so now you see this, and you see the size and the scope of the situation here, which I can tell you of a lot of things that as a director I would not want to film. This many extras is one of them.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the largest extra scenes. Like, it's up there with, like, Ferris Bueller and, like, some of these scenes with just such a huge
Dude, and-
scope of people.
And on top of that,
They're all in costume.
I was thinking, think about how many of them had to be wardrobed and made up.
Yeah. There's the Turnbulls.
Yep.
There's Karate Mans.
And it's great because they just place the more relevant groups throughout the rest of the scene. So you're just like, okay, they're slightly focusing
And
in.
look
so
how
we might
dark
see
this
later.
is, too.
Yeah.
Like, this is not, like, you could tell they shot this in a real place. They didn't have,
Yeah.
like...
This is in a place. This is at night.
Yeah, look, because, like, I mean, there's practicals in the background that are, like, actually providing some light and depth
Yeah.
of field. Like, they
There was
were
a
doing,
guy in a tree.
They were doing everything they could to get the most out of this, and boy, did they shoot the shit out of it. It's wonderful.
Well, the tension is so high.
Oh, it's great.
That guy looks like a gay porn
And
star.
all that was set up during the credit sequence. Like, man, talk about squeezing every second out of
Well, because what are there? There's like 10 different gangs
Yeah,
that are
'cause this-
featured in the credit sequence.
Yeah. I'll let him talk for a bit.
Oh, it's so hard to talk over him. So good.
Yeah.
And you believe him, too.
I just think the concept of ending gang on gang violence to replace it with gang on everyone violence is such a great idea.
It is. It's simple, right?
Yeah.
And he breaks it down so easily. Good old Cyrus.
Yep.
Unheard of.
That's because you've never heard of them.
Paul, you haven't said much. What do you think about this movie?
Well, it's not great.
Not a fan?
Not really.
What don't you like about it?
Well, you make the bad guys the good guys, and you want to make you try to care about them, but you really don't.
Right.
Meh.
All right. I'll give you that. That's an angle I've never really thought about for this movie.
It's like they're all bad people. Just
Right.
blow up this place, and then no movie needed.
I do like the idea of like this many people against like 6 dudes, though.
Yeah.
Like the impossibility of it's pretty crazy.
I also think his number of gang adherents is a little off, just based on the number of people that are there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I realize these are like the main guys of every gang, but I don't think that even this many gangs could field 60,000 active gang warfare combatants.
Maybe.
No, there might be recruiting stages planned. Fairs and
Because
whatnot.
I think he goes into, we can't really hear it too well, but he's like somebody we can get to at a moment's notice or whatever. People who aren't in gangs but are ready to fight.
It's true. Well, because his whole point is there's 60,000 of us and 20,000 cops.
Yeah. There's
And
60,000
we
people
can-
they could get
yeah.
to overwhelm the
Yeah,
police.
and we could run this mother in a minute. And
Yeah.
it is technically true, except for the fact that especially then, less so now, the police were better armed and better organized.
Yes.
And part of...
Here they come.
I love 70s cop cars.
Oh, for sure.
They're wonderful.
The charm has definitely gone away from the cop car.
Yeah.
And we're not yet in the cool, futuristic, like, cop car yet, either. So we're just in this, like, middle
We're not
ground.
in the Blade Runner spinners yet.
No, we're in the, I've got a sports car or
Yeah.
a Prius.
Yep. I have a Prius.
Dude, speaking of Priuses, every time I go to a city now, doesn't matter the city, like, half the cabs or better are Priuses.
Cheaper.
It makes
Yeah.
the most sense.
Because they... And
Charge
they...
the same and pay half the price.
and they maintain their or their resale value better.
Yep.
And when you consider how many miles a cab is getting put on it, you need to if you can sell it for anything at the end, you're doing well. And I feel like in the next couple of years we'll start seeing the small cab companies that operate around here getting some of the city cast off Priuses, because I think what they do is they buy like basically closeout cabs. So I know some police departments do that too. Like smaller police departments will buy other police departments like end of model vehicles and stuff.
It's like hand-me-downs.
Yep. Plus, it's way ass cheaper than buying, because a new, from my time at the Dodge dealership, I know the police option package Charger was like $55,000.
Crazy.
Yeah, normally a $25,000 to $35,000 car, like maybe like a $30,000 car on average.
But they're
you
also,
had,
like souped up, like a better
they're souped
version.
up. They have better everything.
You have to be a cop to purchase one?
Yes.
Okay.
You actually have to be a municipality or police department.
Oh, wow.
You cannot purchase a cop package. It's not standard. Everyone has to be special ordered, and you can only get it if you are a municipality or police department.
Good to know.
Yeah. You cannot get the cop package on a Charger or on the Challenger, because they were offering for a minute the cop package on the Challenger because
Oh,
it's
man.
well it had a better 0 to 60.
Cop brakes, cop shots. Different movie.
It's a much different movie. Same era though.
And here comes the guy who you're going to kill last in Commando. I don't know the dude's name, but he's good. He's also
he looks like Budnick.
he's
so.
also
He
he
does
does.
look like
He's
Budnick.
also the guy in the wheelchair in the Warriors episode, or not the Warriors, in the Workaholics episode with the
What?
with the Juggalos.
That's that guy?
Or no, the one where they go to the work meeting.
Yeah.
No, that's the same one.
Yeah.
Because Anders
Yeah.
is all about getting the cars. Yeah, it's that guy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, what a great shot and also shot.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's a great shot of, him.
and then poor Windows sees him.
Yep.
That's not actually his name in this. That's his name in the thing.
Yeah.
And Windows, he's just delicious.
And Windows, well, he's just delicious.
That guy's name is Fox in this.
Well, that's one of the warriors down.
Yep. And we already named Cleon earlier,
Yep.
so that's 2. Not that Cleon's going to be around for much
Isn't
longer.
Cochise?
Mm-hmm.
Cochise is a warrior.
He's the one that's all done up like a Native American.
Yeah, he's the one I have the autograph of.
Yep.
Okay, and he was super happy when I brought in the VHS to the Monster Mania.
Oh, shit, it's the VHS.
We still say that to this day.
That was years ago, too.
Many a year ago.
It's great when you bring that. Like the only VHSs I have signed are Fright Night and Phantasm, but the Phantasm one I have is an OG version of it, and it's the rental. And I got it at Cowtown.
Awesome.
And
Nice.
I brought it to Reggie Bannister, and he was just like, dude, I think this is the copy I got when this movie came out.
That That's amazing.
Yeah, that movie's been through the war, but
yeah,
man, that's cool.
Yeah, I have The Warriors and Ewok Adventures signed.
Oh,
I have
so
that
great.
at work, Dave.
Clerks is my VHS of choice. It has a bunch of signatures. I think I have 11 or 12 signatures on it at last count for
That's
people
pretty
that were in the movie.
Paul,
or
you got a
worked on it.
VHS sign, don't you?
Of
A movie.
I do.
Which movie?
Die Hard.
And who signed that movie?
William Atherton.
Great.
I absolutely love how they use this as an option to take out or to try to take out the Warriors.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, really? This whole thing's going down? Well, instead we're going to take out the Warriors.
He knows that Fox saw him, so he has to blame them so that the heat goes. If they take out the Warriors before they find out,
Yep.
all the better. And here go the Turnbulls,
Yep.
who I believe just, start elbowing.
Yeah.
Just mass elbow drops.
Hey, man, the elbow is
Hurts like
the
a son of a
hardest, and it's
bitch.
the hardest part of the human body.
There's a reason Ong Bak was
Elbows and shins.
Tony Jaa.
like,
Yeah.
that's all he used in those
Yeah.
movies.
It's elbows and shins are the hardest parts of the
I
body.
forget that technique. That he uses.
Elbow shin.
Elbowtion.
Elbow-shin.
I like that answer. And I'm not sure that it's not right.
He's an elbowtion fighter.
Speaking of Far Eastern martial arts, our old high school acquaintance turned professional model Parker Hurley is doing Muay Thai in Thailand at one of the famous
I read that,
open air gyms and everything.
Yep. Well, if you're going to learn it, you might as well go out there if you can.
I think it was the other way around. I think he was in Thailand and did like a
I know
when
he was
in
getting
Rome.
into it because he was talking about like being influenced by it lately.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's been really getting into yoga and those other kind of practices. And
Yeah.
it's-
There is so I've actually been reading a lot about yoga and Eastern spiritualism because my therapist has brought it up. And there is actually something to be said about the power of mind and focused thought over the body.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, look at these guys.
I do controlled breathing at night before I go to sleep.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Works well for you?
Oh, it puts me right out.
Good.
4-7-8 breathing.
Oh.
You inhale for 4 seconds.
Yep.
Hold it for 7, and then exhale
for 8. Huh.
So if you're in a spot where you can't fall asleep, just try that for a while.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Love this graveyard too.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Again, look at the you know what I mean? Like a couple key lights put in the behind some tombstones to give you a depth of field. Most important thing, key light for your subject, and then just something in the back to show depth in the shots. And they get a lot of really gorgeous bouquets with a lot of their light choices because they use so much practical. I'm certain they had to shoot on location for most of this.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, like even if you look in the background through the cemetery, you can see a lot of the lights. Just when they're lights out of focus, like it is behind Swan there, it's a bouquet, is what it's called for all of you out there. And that's another warrior.
Because it kind
down.
of looks like flowers made of light.
Yep. And it's funny if people don't speak English, or I guess I don't know what do you know language or
French.
bouquet. Is if they're not familiar with that language and people try to say it like in photography videos, they'll say like bouquet or like they'll try to say it phonetically, which is something I would do, and I've done that many times with French words.
Yeah.
Bouquet.
Well, it's
It's pronounced bouquet.
the
Cute.
main thing you have to remember about French words is probably 95 to 98% of them you just drop the last letter.
Yeah.
It's very true.
That's why X is on the end of a lot of EAU and EU and AU words.
Because they just decided, we need to use this letter more.
Well, and we need this to be pronounced not He looks so serious.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's got such a good face.
He
to
delivers
his
a really killer performance here.
He stands well against James Remar, who is by far the most physically imposing of the lot. But he doesn't back down at all. Like James Remar is jacked in this movie.
James Remar is great.
Well, yeah, oh yeah.
I have said it like 4 times so far already, but James Remar is great.
Is that guy?
Yep.
That's that guy. Yeah, you've seen him as like Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation. The first one was Christopher
was-
Lambert.
Dexter's dad.
Dexter's dad and Dexter.
The bad guy in 48 Hours.
Yep. James Remar's credits are extensive.
Yeah.
He's probably the most successful of the actors in this film.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say by a long shot, yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else even minor that drops in that I'm that I'm overlooking, but I don't think so.
I'm actually going to bring up the IMDb because I was thinking basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's super good.
And to cement this recording as a moment in time, my soccer team of choice is tied 0-0 at the half with the team that's first in the West.
Okay.
So,
And they're first in the East, still, right?
yep.
Look at them tagging that tombstone.
See, I don't know. I have opinions about tagging, and normally I'm all for it, but there are some things you just don't tag, and I think that's one of them.
Agreed.
This shot is so cool.
The lift shot?
Yes.
Yeah. The new leader of the Turnbull ACs now that Cyrus is down.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite lines to quote that no one ever knows what I'm saying. I believe when he says, "Spread the word," because he just says it so oddly. That I say that whenever somebody says, like, whenever the word needs to go out, I often will say, "Spread the word."
Yeah, I'd say if this is the rest of their gang, and the rest of the gangs, like even if most of the gangs have half of that, the 60,000 might not be an overage.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, the
Because
term.
that's a lot of people for one. If only like 7 showed up to the meeting.
Yeah.
And they're down one.
It's true.
They're down to Cyrus.
And a lot of their elbows hurt.
Another thing I'd hate to shoot is that dude's mirrored glasses.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Like mirrors are terrible.
Like Jay Fox in the beginning of Back to the Future, when he's playing the guitar and he's got the mirrored shades on.
Yep.
Like, no, forget it. Top Gun, the whole movie.
Or just mirrors in general, like the fake movie at the end of Bowfinger,
Yeah.
where they're in the mirror.
Yep. So good. Keep moving, keep moving. Wasted. So good.
I feel like I know the guy that plays Swan from something.
Just gonna say spread the word in a second.
Send the word. That's why nobody knows what you're saying. You're fucking quoting it wrong.
Listen, you know, I mean, you can't get it all perfect. And this is an odd choice too.
Yeah.
That's all you see of. Is this the Chief?
Yes, it is the Chief
Okay.
from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. This is one of her first film roles.
And this is basically the only angle you see of her in this whole movie. It's like a very bizarre choice.
I think it's an interesting choice because she's speaking on the radio.
Yeah, they want to make it clear that she's in fact nowhere else to be seen.
We have these two things that'll make you know she's on the radio, and we can't go anywhere past this.
Yeah.
And that record.
We have some tape. We got a little bit of voltage meters.
No, these are all just stock footage here. That's all we got. We got to make that work, and totally does. And like instantaneously, you know exactly what she's doing. Way cool too that they have a gang contact on the radio.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Also,
ingenious.
she's dead, and that makes me sad.
She died?
She died in 2003.
Yes.
Oh man,
We knew this.
we
yeah,
did.
but we're sad every time because we keep forgetting.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Yeah. I only know things I can remember, and that I don't remember much.
Yeah.
Literally every time she comes up.
Which is more often than you expect.
Holy shit, she voiced the moon in Bear in the Big Blue House.
Luna.
Yep.
I watched more of that show than I probably should have for my age.
Oh shit, and she was the president in Bicentennial Man. I now remember
It was
that.
Jim Henson. You watched exactly enough.
Okay, fair enough.
If not,
I appreciate
not
the
enough.
defense, but I was a little older for Bear in the Big Blue House. Like that and PB&J Otter. I was a little too old to be watching, but I
Yep.
watched them anyway.
I at least had the excuse that my brother watched it.
I ain't making any excuses.
Jim Henson House. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
the bear was an excellent puppet.
It was
It was great.
He's some baseball furies.
my favorite gang.
Well, probably one of the most iconic gangs in this movie. Like whenever you see, I did see a sweet Turnbull AC shirt though the other day.
Oh,
on
that's
one of those,
Shirt a Day websites.
yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, really odd
That's
choice.
not one you ever see reference.
No, and like I almost bought it just because it's one of those great friend barometer shirts. Like if someone's just like Sweet Warrior shirt, bro.
Yeah.
You're just like, I want to be your friend.
Yep. Yeah, somebody sees you in public.
Yeah. This bus is fucking absurd.
Uh-huh. I was like the time I saw a woman wearing a Tragedy t-shirt in public and I walked up to her.
They play this coming Friday at Kung Fu Necktie.
I may not actually be able to go to that show. Again, we're cementing this Filmfaker's way in a moment in time, but
Unless they're playing Kung Fu Necktie at a different Friday.
yeah. For now, though.
Yeah.
Film rain always looks so damn bad. Because it always, lightning doesn't work like that.
No.
Lightning doesn't light from the side.
Look at her, like her cheek in the background is
Yep.
like lit by the red, like a rim light. Like
It's such a great angle.
yeah, it's really interesting.
Because it tells you just how serious the shit is for the Warriors.
I love, like, look at this. Like, I
Yep.
love the lighting here. It's just,
Yeah.
It's a
everything
good
about this
framing of
movie.
all of them.
It's a near perfect minimalist film. Like
Yeah.
everything is so exactly what they needed. Like, because look, Swan's out of the light. He's
Yeah.
not being lit properly, and as far as a proper, like, what would be like a proper way to key light your subject. Like, but the way they needed to do it to light all of them, that's what they had to sacrifice to do
Yeah.
it. It's
Again, another obviously shot on location, practical. There's so many people on the bus.
it shows you that story is
It's like
king.
Mad Max.
It's not always, but then that shot of Swan there, that close up was properly lit. So it's not always about, you know what I mean? Those then things can be worked around.
Well, it's also just about making it look right.
Tell a
Doesn't
good
necessarily
story.
have to look good. It has to look right.
Yeah, just tell a good story.
I want
Story
a bus like
first.
that.
That's the main. That's the key.
Did you say you live on a bus like that?
So I want a bus like
Oh, I
that.
think you said I live on a bus
That's
like
like
that.
fun.
It's basically like the Warriors version of the Turtle Van, so I could see why you'd want it.
Oh yeah.
James Remar is one serious looking motherfucker too.
Oh, he's super intimidating throughout this whole movie.
Yeah. Guys, got to catch the subway,
Yeah,
man.
it's such a simple premise.
Yep.
And it's sold like without sound, you would know them looking up, them looking over, them looking up. They need to get to the subway, and the
Yep.
bus is the problem.
Yep.
That is super elegant story. Again, minimalistic storytelling.
I mean, again, because the whole point is we just got to get back to our turf.
Here we go.
Because they can't attack us on our turf because
Yeah.
we're stronger there.
Yep. You never actually see how many other strong the Warriors are.
Yeah, it's just those 8 or whatever. I think it's 8 guys.
It's 8 now.
All right, yeah, 9 now, 8 guys. Also, you cannot outrun a bus. I'm sorry.
That bus does not look like it's the best.
I still refuse to believe you can't outrun or that you can outrun that bus.
Well, I mean, it's probably not in great condition, and there's a shit ton of people on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna have some trouble getting going, and
Also, doesn't have to go fast down most city streets.
That's true.
It's not doesn't necessarily have to be built for speed. It's just to transpose as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Love this. James Remar flips him the bird, I believe. Yep.
Yep. Why waste that perfectly good piece of wood? And see, here they are jumping the turnstile.
well, yeah.
so-
Now here it's a matter of life and death.
Yep. Man, this movie's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's so energetic. Like, but look at the
It's so
camera. It's
crazy.
really important. Like, they're only moving the camera when they have to. This is a lot of still shots.
Yeah.
They're letting a lot of the work get done on the screen.
There was a slight pan, which made it. It's like
It gives it more energy when they need to.
Yeah.
It's just, man, it's really like Walter Hill does a great job of really conservatively handling his job in this movie. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so good. Like, he's just a master of just, it's one of those movies I watched and I'm just snowed. I'm like, why did he choose to move it there? Or do you think he moved it a lot and didn't in other shots then just played with it in post?
There was one that looked like it was about to pan, but then it immediately cut.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there was more camera movement than what they're showing.
Yeah.
So maybe he thought, it doesn't always have to move for the shot to
May have
accomplish
also
what I wanted.
May have also caught a lot of B on stuff and just played in editing.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, look at James Reamer's arms in some of these shots. Is just, they're huge.
I mean, Swan's also pretty jacked though.
he's in good shape. He's sculpted. He's not jacked.
Because like Cochise is a thin motherfucker.
Yeah. So, yeah. Rembrandt there is also real tiny, and so's Fox. But James Reamer's arms are huge.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. They have the argument about the maps too, like I
Yeah.
brought up earlier.
Yep. And a lot of stylized transitions.
Yep.
This and Star Wars are like the kings of stylized transitions.
Actual like wipes and like stuff you don't
it's
see.
crazy stuff you never see. It's like, why'd they choose to do that?
Like the wipe down to Tatooine in A New Hope, when it full wipes from space to Tatooine.
Yep.
It's a good transition.
Right. And it's just weird.
This I still don't understand. Why the fuck did they light the subway terminal on fire?
To stop the subway.
So they have to get off the train and change trains.
They can't keep going.
Because, yeah, you just saw the guy report to the leader of the Turnbulls that he
Right.
escaped the
Yeah.
bus, and then he's like, all right, fuck these guys. So then they lit this on fire, and now they're lamenting.
Somehow
the
I've
fact they
never
gotta
really
change
understood
trains.
why they would do that. Why they... Because... Okay. So must have just missed something forever. Also, that fucking Cadillac.
Oh, it's
When your quarry goes
amazing.
to ground, leave no ground to go to.
What is that the flavor text of?
That is the flavor text of the operative from Serenity.
It's the operative.
It's
because it's a lie.
Chitwana Ganju. 30 years,
Chiwetel-
50 years, 70 years a slave.
30, 50, 70 years a slave. Chiwetel, whatever the hell his last name is.
Impossible
It's like
to say.
Ejiofor.
Impossible to say. Great friggin' actor, though.
Oh, yeah, he's wonderful.
So glad he's finally getting more work. It's like John C. Reilly, right?
Yeah.
It's glad to see after all that time. One of those guys who just came out of nowhere but was there the whole time.
Yep. Dude, he's great in Children of Men.
Oh.
Another Paul Haggett favorite.
Oh, yeah. Paul loves Children of Men. You want to do a film favorite for Children of Men right after this one, Paul?
Sure, let's bag that movie down to shit.
Bag that movie down to its shit. Paul Haggett,
bag of poop.
sayer of things.
Don't put it out.
Man, these guys are such turds.
The Rogues?
Like,
yeah,
they
the Rogues are
such
the
turds.
worst.
I love that the girl here, when they're done this scene, like heckles them for not buying the hey, you got to pay for stuff, and
Yeah.
the little guy who you kill last freaks out. He's got one of the most annoying voices in the world too.
Yes, he does.
He's just he has a face you want to punch for sure. Here it comes.
What about the money you owe? What?
Oh, it's so bad. It's like, man, you just hate
You know what that sounds
guy
like? It
so
sounds like a
much.
bad Dylan impression. Like, that guy's voice sounds like Dylan doing a bad impression.
Look at that light there. Oh, you just missed it. There was one light pointing directly up at the building where our guy was standing.
That was good.
A little obvious,
The
but
crowd will have seen it.
what are you gonna do? You know?
How about that shot? Hey.
hey.
How about them shots? How about them shots?
So that's a lot more subtle. It wasn't just
Yeah.
one light, like one big carbon light, obviously pointed at the side of a building. This is
Yeah. Yeah, very, very obviously so.
like we can't put it right on them, but we need to get it close.
We'll put it directly below them.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Scary story.
Yeah.
I know how people won't see us. We'll walk directly in the
And then
street.
there's the light back there. The only one light that was on in that whole thing was so you could see two guys in front of it. That's good stuff. That
Yeah.
draws your eye right there. That's good composition.
I mean, that's what lighting in the dark is about. It's
Yeah.
about directing the eye.
Yep. It's real good. Like, look at this shot.
Yeah.
And look at that shot where there's only a couple of the dudes in frame. And even the leader
Well, that's
is
because
kind
it's
of-
done like...
Like, is this a gang or is this a group of mechanics?
Yeah. Well, that's the orphans for you.
But the orphans are lit as though by streetlights,
Yeah.
which I really like.
I like how the leader is separated from the gang by
And
that
also,
black line.
and also way ass taller.
Yeah. Well, he's in the foreground.
But isn't he like taller? He's taller than them normally too.
Yes, he is. He's a tall dude, but he's also in the foreground, so it makes it even
Yes.
more.
I understand how foreshortening
Yeah,
works.
pronounced difference.
You foreshortened? You back shortened? The dude looks like he's been beaten a lot.
Yeah. Well, he's an orphan in New York in the 70s, which means he was born in the 50s. He also has a lazy eye.
We're too stupid to get invited to gang-related things.
Nobody wants us, not even the other gangs.
Pretty much.
Our parents didn't want us. The foster system didn't want us. The Catholic charities didn't want us. Not even the other gangs wanted us. Will you want us, the Warriors?
That's a pretty good voice.
Yeah, I was gonna leave.
That's
that.
up there with Grandma.
That just had to keep going.
Getting bullied on the internet, that's up there. That's what I call the orphan voice. Now do it again.
Nobody wants
There
us.
you go. All right, it's cemented. You've done it twice. It means you can do it forever.
I don't know about that.
That's not true.
I did it twice in rapid succession.
if
Come
you can
back
say-
to me like in 2 hours
If
and
you
see
can
if I
say
can do
if
it.
you can say foster system again like that, that's fine.
The foster system didn't want us.
That's it.
That's good. Stupid Foster. Please don't.
Shout out to Stupid Foster.
Also, is that dude with the afro Mexican or Asian or native or all of the above?
I can't tell, but I don't think he's black.
That's why I did not include that as an option.
I know, but that's the only thing I could rule on. Like, you know what I mean? It seems like
Yeah.
with any certainty.
Yes, yes, leader of the orphans. We know you can look at two things at the same time.
I love how he hands him a newspaper to show that they're badasses.
Yeah.
Like one time we made the papers.
And we still carry this around with us
Yes,
to this day.
Exactly.
He's a
Like,
weird
it is
lizard man.
just ridiculous.
And then he gets shown up by a girl.
But yeah. That's,
I also love that their T-shirts just have iron-on letters.
yes.
Like everybody else has patches and crazy like baseball uniforms, and
Yeah,
the
wears
orphans
leather
just patches.
vests,
Yeah.
Kimonos, not kimonos.
Geese?
Geese, that's one.
Yep.
It's kimonos. Wait,
Kimonos. I'm sure there was a gang with kimonos on.
probably.
Probably. I mean, the pimps were there, or whatever the hell their gang name
And the
actually is.
mimes.
And the mimes. I don't know what's worse, the fact that her nipples are pointing in two completely different directions, or his eyes.
That's why they get along so well. I can see both.
She's
I'm
got-
the only guy who can
See both
of
your nipples at the same time.
Yeah. That was the 70s, man. No bras.
No bras. Nobody wore bras.
Nobody.
All of those poor women, their tits are probably down to their ankles by now. Gravity is a bitch, ladies. Gravity is a bitch. Wear brassiers. This has been a public service announcement, courtesy of Superliminal Films.
Spay and neuter your pets.
This scene,
Is long.
it is. I was just going to say that. This scene feels like it takes way too fucking long.
Well, it's building tension, right?
Oh, sure, it's building tension, but the problem is the entire rest of the movie is borderline a madcap chase
We
movie.
gotta get back to our turf. Let's stop here for a while.
and have like a 10-minute
Well,
discussion
think
about
it like
ethics.
think about it like
Yeah.
like a concert or like a show, though, right? Because you have to have the couple slow songs there to kind of
To ramp back up. But no,
yeah.
I understand, and I feel like this scene could have been 2 or 3 minutes shorter and still affected the same.
Watching this movie makes me feel better because my hair does what Swan's hair does when it's
So
even
does
out.
mine.
Just whoof.
If my hair's long enough, it'll do what Swans or the cat from the Orphans does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's horrendous.
Not the Afro cat from the Orphans, the leader of the
Mine
Orphans.
gets like Swan levels. It's really bad.
So
Like,
you're under contract too?
these are no. Oh yeah, just absolutely contract with the bad hair gods. We don't hide who we are because some whore shakes her ass. Thanks, Windows.
And then-
said?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Swan's just like, all right, it's time to get out of here. Now that the orphans are afraid of this girl.
I love that their attitude is just like, all right, fuck these assholes.
Yeah. They said they were badass, but clearly they all bow to this girl in no bra
Yeah.
with the lazy nipples.
The lazy nipples.
What did they go? Hey, help us.
Crazy girl
Or
with lazy
fans.
nipples. What are you doing here?
It wasn't so much, hey, help us. It was like,
Thanks for the space reference.
yeah. You gonna walk all the way back home, huh? Nobody wants us. The forces system didn't want us. Problem is, it's kind of like borderline my generic New York Jew voice. Like, it's a little bit higher pitched than it's Woody Allen. So,
But at least you can remember how to do it.
yeah.
We'll check in again later.
Well, I mean, we can always go back to listening to this to try to read.
Man, look at this. Like, look at the
Oh, yeah.
change in lighting. as
Again,
they walk.
streetlights.
I
And
think-
that's
I think
They're
some of it's
streetlight people.
practical too because you
Yeah.
can't see them. So I feel like that walking in and out again, a nice long depth of field there.
oh yeah,
Where is the everyone else?
it's the middle of the night, and
Nobody wants these people. They're in Orphan Town.
it's the middle of the night in a black area or an ethnic area of New York in the 70s. Ain't fucking nobody on the street that isn't committing crime. So ain't fucking nobody on the street.
But it eat up.
People on the street.
No, there is not.
Well, there's a person on the street.
But it eat up.
Some whore that shakes her ass, according to Windows.
Well, he's just delicious.
He's just delicious.
What the shit is his name in this movie?
Fox.
Fox. He's just Windows to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. He is definitely Windows.
He's just delicious. Referencing The Thing, the musical, to those of you who...
Oh yeah, if you get a chance,
Yeah.
YouTube the thing, the musical. Not now. Finish listening to our
No,
dulcet tones.
finish listening to this first. But once you're done with the sexy, sexy voices of the men from Superliminal Films, go check out The Thing, the musical.
Look at the
God
bouquet
damn
there.
it! She's even got fucking lazy eye.
Did you see the nice bouquet behind her head though?
Yeah, it was very nice. Oh, James Reamer getting
Look
a
at
little...
his arm.
Yeah,
It's
he's
huge.
He's and look at his shoulder
Yeah.
too. Look at the
Oh my
definition in his
God.
shoulder.
That guy would just like look at his arms.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Max is getting excited about James Reamer's arms.
He's just so much bigger than everyone else. It's crazy.
He's got Mick Jagger lips too.
He's gonna kill somebody. Shame he gets arrested for trying to rape a cop in the park.
Spoilers.
If they haven't seen this movie and they're watching this, come on.
That's always a rule for don't watch a movie for the first time with any kind of commentary.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also talked about on every commentary track because that exact exchange happens.
Yeah.
You'll reference something because you're talking about the movie, and then
Yep.
it's spoiler alert, and then it's just, well, I shouldn't
Yep.
be watching this right now.
I think
Oh,
it
no.
happened on one of the previous
You're
Filmfakers.
being jumped because
Ish.
the Orphans got
Nobody takes
Well-
I like how
Weapons.
even their faces are just like, are you serious?
Yeah, really?
He's got a straight razor.
You see what you get, warriors? The foster system didn't want us. You got this he's going right up the dress. Oh no, that's my sister.
I don't think it's a sister.
No, I don't think it's a sister
I
either.
think it's all the ones the dudes like. She fucks all the dudes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I like that none of them move. Like, that's very obviously a Molotov cocktail. There's nothing else that could possibly be. And they don't move.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great practical explosion.
Poor bastard's car though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
someone's
was
car.
New York in the 70s.
What if you just throw it to people?
What they get for parking on the street at night.
Yep.
Yeah, just throw it at the people.
They wouldn't have
They're
exploded.
orphans. Who's gonna miss them?
Foster system isn't?
The foster system didn't want us. Our parents didn't want us.
The fire didn't want us to even burn us.
Fire didn't even want us. Warriors don't want us. The foster system didn't want us.
They threw that bottle at us, but it turned.
The bottle didn't even want us. Molotov didn't want us.
That ugly whore didn't want us.
The ugly whore left with the warriors.
Huggy?
I said ugly. That ugly whore.
That bitch with her huggies.
Huggy Bear. Huggy Bear didn't want us.
That popular television show at the time didn't want us.
Starsky didn't want us. Hutch didn't want us. Huggy Bear didn't want us.
So why did they just kidnap a lady?
I think she's like with them now because they're the alpha males and she's like sweet on tough guys because that's a female stereotype that will never die. God, that wipe.
Say that again with less resentment.
I don't think you can.
Pussy.
Yeah, I just can't.
Stupid women.
Look at
and-
this. There's another really weird
Yep.
choice, right? With this dude backlit completely.
It's the same way they do the DJ,
Yeah.
our fave.
And
Well, no,
back to
she's
the
front.
DJ.
She has front. You can see.
Well, but
her-
she has the red in the back.
Yeah, but she has key lighting on her face. He didn't. He was a black silhouette.
Yeah.
He was Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Alfred Hitchcock presents gang violence.
Good evening. We are the Turnbull Aces.
Good evening.
This guy
Presents
saying "great" makes me die.
great, great.
Great.
He talks like somebody broke his jaw in 3 places and didn't set it correctly.
Pisses me off.
Like he's one of those guys who has a visual speech impediment.
He is.
You watch him and you know what his speech
You
impediment
know what
is.
he is? A human chihuahua.
I was gonna say he's the little dog that thinks he's really big.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure.
he's
He
a
is
human chihuahua.
He's human chihuahua. No offense, Roscoe.
You can't hear this. He's a chihuahua. And papillon. Which is French for butterfly.
Is it?
Papillon, yes. Oh, that
How many
Cadillac.
extra letters are at the end of that word?
7.
None.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, N-U-N.
I get that reference.
Because otherwise it'd be Papillon.
Pappy Onion.
Peppy onion.
Pappy Onion.
It's Pappy's onion.
Paul, give me an old prospector voice talking about onions, please.
They're terrible.
Don't eat Pappy's onions.
Don't eat Pappy's onions. They're terrible.
Well, that's just happened.
That's another Paul product we can market. Pappy's onions.
From the folks who brought you Hackett's crispy sticks.
It's just an empty box.
It's Pappy's onions.
The best kind of onions.
Pappy's
Pappy's
onions.
onions. An empty box of onions.
Because they're Pappy's.
You can't have.
You can't have Pappy's onions.
Oh my god, brilliant.
All right. Yep. So, what is it? The nails, cigarettes, and movies for the View Askew universe, and we have the Hackett Corp products.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pappy's onions, Hackett's crispy sticks.
Uh-oh. Cappish.
Yep.
Oh man.
The other thing, and this is actually a problem I've had with gangs in the real world as well, is you're doing illegal activity. You're a gathering of young people known for doing illegal activity.
Coming up will be the reason I'm 1 degree from this movie.
Wearing the costume that identifies you as a member of a group that regularly does illegal activity seems stupid to me. It's like how the Latin Kings wear the purples and the yellows, and
Right.
the Bloods and the Crips wear the reds and the blues. And it's like, gee, you're a hoodlum-looking young person, and you're wearing the gear of.
You look like a tough guy who gets all the chicks.
And you're wearing the gear identified with a gang. I'm gonna watch you a little bit more closely than I am generically dressed young person number 12.
I'm gonna expect you to bribe me more because you're wearing gang colors.
I think if they ever do remake this movie, one of the gangs should be a gang that dresses up like cops.
And I think that's him.
Who is it?
It's Erwin Key.
Okay.
Might be him. He's not. He's coming up in one of the shots. He's in one of the shots here. But he's the same guy who says,
No!
yeah,
Unknown warrior whose name I never knew. I don't remember which one it is.
that was Fox.
It is Fox? Okay.
Windows, as it were.
Yeah, poor Windows.
Yeah.
He's just delicious.
Yeah, that's right.
Now he's just paste.
And he was in that music video. Prozac music video.
Prozac's video?
Yep. And that's the He's Dead from Black Dynamite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What did you do to him for Prozac's video?
He was the guy who made up all the porcelain dolls.
Yeah.
Or created them.
He
as porcelain
created
dolls.
those guys. So we
Okay.
just did some basic corrective stuff with him.
Okay. God, the Baseball Furies have such amazing makeup.
Yeah, it'd be an awesome
So
Halloween costume to do.
I've seen it at conventions. The yellow face with
Yep.
the black eye.
Yep.
The
I love
leader,
the
I
don't
guess.
walk sign blinking there too.
Yeah. Don't walk. Fuck that.
Yep.
If you hadn't spent so much time with those damn orphans, you would have missed all this.
And there's only a few Baseball Furies.
Yeah, I love how thematic they are though, because they even run like they're running for a sports exercise. They high step. They do
Yeah.
they run like they're in training, not like they're trying to do something.
Right,
It'd be
right.
funny if they did it proper and only had 9 at a
Yeah,
time.
I was like, shouldn't there be 9?
Well, no, you gotta have a dugout and a couple of
Well, if you want the whole team, then it's 25 plus
Yeah.
a couple old guys.
plus a couple of old guys.
There's no crying in gang warfare.
One guy in an ump's outfit just like chasing them around.
You play gang warfare like a girl.
What are you, the Great Hambino?
That wimpy deer?
I thought you said the Great Bambi.
Bambi.
So
That
good.
Wimpy deer?
I love that movie.
Movie's great.
Some lady signed it. Ruth. Baby Ruth. Babe Ruth.
So apparently now we're talking about the Sandlot. But see, look at the way they run. They run
yeah.
like they were trained to run. And whereas the Warriors are just like, shit!
Yeah.
We gotta get away from some shit. There's some crazy wackos with baseball bats
There's
chasing
a
us.
great line.
In cast-off Yankees uniforms.
There's a great line coming up from James Reamer's character, who is Ajax. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite things to do when I'm holding any kind of phallus that the Baseball Fury does with that bat.
Your own or someone else's?
If mine was long enough to do that, I would do it all the time.
So you mean any kind of phallic shape?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
any. All right, because what you said indicates you spend a lot of time with cock in your hands.
Well, I have one.
I mean, as anyone who is listening who has a cock will tell you, they do spend a lot of time with it in their hands.
That's right.
But
I'm not James Bowen. I don't just touch it constantly,
Yeah. pretty close to.
but I'll latch onto it every now and again.
Damn near constantly.
Hey, James with a shout out.
Shout out Jim Bowen. I bet you were touching your dick when you heard me say that.
It's actually got pretty good form, too, with the swing.
Now I have a baseball bat. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, now I have a baseball bat. That guy's uniform is open.
I love that Cowboy can't run. He's just like, I'm going to get too tired to run.
That's because he usually
And
rides.
James Reamer's just like, thank fucking God I wanted to punch these guys in the face the whole time.
Yeah. No, it's more like, yeah, exactly. It's just like, I'm way too jacked to not fight these guys.
Yeah.
And I know karate, so... Because he's kicked 2 people in this scene.
Yeah. Here it comes. Right here.
Oh, the...
Yep. Flinging this outward thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a great...
And that
move.
line.
Shove that bat up your ass, turn you into a popsicle.
And then the whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to do that with stuff.
It's also Cabin in the Woods style.
Yep.
The mug.
Yep. I also like the Baseball Furies don't talk.
I also-
Good fucking stunt work in this scene.
Oh, the fight choreography in this movie is ridiculous. The scene where they fight the dudes on roller skates in the band's bathroom
Yeah.
is one of my favorite shop fight scenes in a movie.
Oh wow.
Wait till we get there. It's
Oh yeah, I mean it's a great scene.
the fact it's in a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's just
That poor guy.
unfathomable.
He's just looking the other way, and
Well,
he got.
that's what he gets. They're in the middle of a fight.
The blue-faced one was some bad acting. Blue-faced one.
Yeah.
Like
That's what you get. But yeah, the punches in this movie are great. Like look at them throwing himself into those hits. Just excellent stuff, man. Like all day you believe that those guys are getting the shit kicked out of them.
Body
Yeah.
slam.
that one's still just standing there.
Okay, that hurts a lot more hitting a
Yeah.
tree with a
Yeah.
wooden
This
bat.
just
We're
this
just taking a hit from another bat right
Yeah.
near your hands.
just reminds me of the scene of Robin Hood Men in Tights where they're fighting with the staves on the bridge.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Poor cowboy.
You suck, cowboy.
And now we have baseball bats. Hose, hose, hose.
They don't have boats. They have bats. Got bad news, boppers. They dropped the ball. Oh, look at the puns. Who wrote this? Me?
Maybe.
I wish.
I didn't see your name in the credits.
No. 1 degree from this movie because I have a screenplay credit?
That would put you 0 degrees from this movie.
He doesn't know how degrees work.
No, I don't. It's 1,000,000 degrees in here. Does that count?
It's a little
true.
warm.
Look at the just that. Like just how interesting that is. Like I don't feel like they added anything to that. I feel like they just shot the subway as is. Like it doesn't seem like they added anything to it, right? Like it doesn't feel forced in any way.
Okay, so who's the middle one?
The middle one is Rodent.
Rodent. Because we know Rembrandt and Cochise.
Yep.
Yeah.
He looks like a rat.
He is such an asshole. He is.
You know,
the
is
douchiest
anybody here
one.
watch Mad Men?
I've watched Mad Men.
Kind of reminds me of Pete Campbell.
Max,
does?
Max has only watched certain scenes.
That's the young guy.
Oh, okay. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
the young guy that's threatening Dom's job.
I've
in the
watched
first
certain scenes.
seasons.
Those ones are the ones with Christina Hendricks.
Well, yeah. He's also the one that married Allison Brie,
Okay.
who Community fans will know as Little Annie Adderall. This is obviously a setup, right, guys?
This is where James Remar gets arrested for trying to rape a cop.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him.
We all
Look at
got
him,
to
he's
get
got
back to our.
full
That is filth.
That's full on rape face.
That is full-on rapist face.
He is just like he's ready to bone.
Yeah. Well, he was ready to go to town on the possibly Puerto Rican girl.
What, lazy nips?
Yeah. Possibly Puerto Rican. Look at him. He's like, I have a baseball bat.
Also, is this woman cop's job to like sketchily try to pick
There
up potential
are
rapists?
there
in the
are
park?
undercover cops who do this
really
for a living.
That's just a real job.
Yep. They get hazard pay, and I believe they get like more time off than regular like beat cops and stuff because it is a really dangerous job.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Some
not
of
quite
the-
smoke jumper
No,
level, but it's pretty
some of
bad.
them have actually been raped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
guarantee
they get
it.
into situations where backup can't get there in time or whatever happens, and they get overpowered and actually get raped.
If I understand anything about cops, they're outnumbered like 3-1 to gang members. So
In 1970s New York. If I understand anything about cops in 1970s New York, it's that gang members could outnumber them 3-1.
I love that they just get pissed off and leave. It's like, all right, let's just leave this stupid ass.
Let's leave this guy who's got like his dick in his brain
Yeah,
or
pretty
on
much.
his brain.
Always reminds me of Seinfeld with the chess.
Yeah.
Hey, lady.
She is really attractive, though.
You want banging? You like bangings?
She's really pretty.
I like banging, lady. I'm gonna chuck my bat. You ever see Mortal Kombat 2?
I play, one of the main characters.
Got a Thunder do anything for
There's
you?
a
play,
Raiden, my thunder.
I play Christopher Lambert.
I play Christopher Lambert.
Highlander do anything for you? There can only be one, baby.
I'm not that one. The
That
other guy
ain't
was
me.
that
That
one.
ain't me. But like, it's quickening.
We
quickening.
Quickening. That's what's going on downstairs. The quickening.
The quickening.
The thickening.
Oh boy, man batter.
The thickening.
And then the cowboy's just like, yeah, he's stupid. We should probably go stop him.
Yeah.
And Swan's just like, yeah, you're right. I'll scout ahead. Again, one light there.
Mm-hmm.
And this scene, this is true shooting in the dark right here, because when you shooting her angle is black behind her. I'm grabbing the titty.
James Rima grabbing the titties.
Oh, Raiden likes your titties.
The God of Thunder. I'm Raiden, the Malaysian God of Thunder. Let me get the bite of your neck. Now I turned into Arnold for some reason.
Yeah. My son Dexter's gonna get me out of this.
He works for the police.
Yeah. I also work for the police later on.
Yeah.
That's how I get a job. I turn my life around. Rape whistle.
No, that's the point. She doesn't want to play around with you. Come on, Ajax. Ajax? Ajax. Well, there's I think it's a Dutch soccer team. It's spelled Ajax, but it's pronounced Ajax.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's a soft J in Dutch. So you're not going to escape with the goddamn bench, Ajax.
Don't tell him that.
Don't tell
is
jackass
trying,
James
yeah.
Reamer.
Like, I'm surprised James Reamer did just give up, pick up the bench, and try to run.
He's like, fuck it. This is now a bench press.
He's gonna straight up try to fight him though, one-handed.
Yep.
You got the one.
He gets one of them.
Oh, there he is. There's Erwin Key.
There he
Okay.
is. That you can
That
definitely tell
dude's
him.
chin is enormous.
Yeah, his hands are also terrifying.
Yeah.
He only has one knuckle per finger, it looks like.
Yeah, basically.
Big fucking dude. Huge fucking guy. He calls him a wimp for hitting a guy that's unarmed, right? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is just like, you attacked him!
Yeah.
And then you call him a wimp for hitting you.
Yeah.
Like,
You also, molested a woman in the park.
yeah, like you're an actual attempted rapist, and you struck him, and now you're upset that he hit you.
Yeah. Well, of course you're gonna be, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the papaya shops.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in the background there.
Yeah.
Papaya. So
Bye-bye?
Gray's
A papaya?
Papaya, which is like the most famous one, is the chain that came off of the shops that sold a lot of different fruits, but they sold papaya. They became known for selling papaya because it was a really hot commodity fruit there for a bunch of years. But Gray's Papaya is actually more known for like hot dogs and shit because they're like a little eatery kind of place.
Okay. Blazing Nips is back.
Bitch, how did you find him?
Where did she get the jacket?
I think she mentioned she steals it.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then he makes fun of her, and he's like, because his catchphrase for her is one tough chick.
Mm.
And he says, I think that's where she said it right there.
Yeah. Don't give me that.
There
There
it is.
Yeah, tough chick.
Yeah.
We're doing the thing again. We're just quoting the movie.
Well, why not?
Quoting the movie that we're watching
Well,
and
this
recording
is a little bit of a
commentary
slower
for.
part here.
Also, I'm boiling inside of my own skin. Not that I couldn't use to lose a few pounds, but dear God in heaven.
It happens.
Yep. Yeah, 96, and he wants to probably 69 her. Oh!
Ayo.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. Oh!
No Andrew Dice Clay.
Quiet when I get sued.
I've never been so soundly talked down to for quoting Andrew Dice Clay.
The Dice Man.
The Dice Man.
The Dice Masters. Wait.
Duke Devlin.
Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Like, man, just look how well composed this shot is.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Like, it's so symmetrical. Like, you can see the grids, like the camera grid line, which is like your rule of thirds, in that shot.
You can see it in this one, too.
So it's easy to set up in those type of
I know,
places.
it's great. It's just, it's
When you have a lot of verticals.
It's gangbusters every time, man.
Well, that's what the movie's about.
Hey, you're running. You should probably not run.
Again,
Walk
no,
casually
again,
away.
it's the you're obviously in a gang because
is
you're
pretty
wearing
great.
this get up.
Wham!
Oh, God, in the shin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal. And you feel it, too. Like, I don't
yeah.
know why they slowed it down so much, but
So you
it's
know it.
great.
Probably for the effect of his role, too.
Yeah,
Because
it
looks
was
really
great.
good.
Great piece of
He
stunt
sold
work
the
there.
shit out of that stunt.
Beautiful. The choreography in this movie, I can't give it enough fucking praise. It's so great.
Watch out, you're about to be struck by a vehicle.
But all I got out was, oh.
Now another comedian we're quoting.
How many stand-ups
No, Dane
can we
Cook.
quote in a night?
Was it Dane Cook or was it someone he stole that?
This
from?
I also love. He's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna find some ladies.
Oh, man.
we're gonna get some
And an
pizza.
umbrella.
It's the 3 sleazy dudes are off.
Yep.
Well, no, 2 sleazy dudes, and so this is where I admit I can't remember not Cochise, but the other Black Warrior's name.
I have no idea.
The other guy who had the Molotov cocktail on him.
Yeah.
I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But I got everybody else.
Yeah, they just went and got some Puerto Rican girls and decided to get some pizza.
Well, these are the Lizzies coming up here. But they don't know it. That's their
Right,
deals are going to
yeah.
seduce
I
them.
thought that was Rembrandt.
That's Rembrandt.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Rembrandt.
Well, the only other one was Rodent.
Oh, who's the one? Maybe they're with Cowboy. It's Rodent, Rembrandt, and Cochise in this one, and then it's Cowboy. It was Ajax, Swan, and then the other guy who had the Molotov cocktail.
Oh yeah.
That's the guy I can't remember his name.
Bug eyes.
Yeah,
Bug
Bug
Eyes.
Eyes.
I guess we are pretty well known.
He is so awful.
So is that hair.
I don't know. That's got some charm. He does not. It's like, yeah, we're just ladies.
We're just gonna drink some 40s
Obvious
and smoke
lesbians.
some yeah.
There's so much flannel
Oh,
in
yeah.
this scene.
We're gonna drink some 40s and smoke some ganj with these ladies.
Ganj.
Some ganj. Some gunge.
Rembrandt's not having any of it.
No. He doesn't want to drink 40s
an
and smoke
artist.
ganj. Oh, Cochise. He can dig that.
He can dig it.
Can you dig it? Apparently Cochise can.
He can. Can you dig it like Cochise?
I cannot.
No, few people can.
That's a lot of fucking hair. That's going to be really warm in the summertime. Really only thinking about that right now because it's really warm right now.
It is really warm. That is a lot of hair. That's also a lot of hair.
Yeah, it's all ratted out too.
Yep. I feel like this might be a set. I don't like that. Thin Lizzy, I heard of them.
Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy, I like them. They're a band, right?
Why don't they ever try to explain themselves?
Who?
The Warriors? Because I don't think anyone would believe them because the Kung Fu, whatever the hell their name is.
Turnbull ACs.
Turnbull ACs are like they're the leaders of the gangs, basically.
Is it ironic we're watching a movie whose one of the main gangs is called AC and there is none to
No,
be
no,
had
there is no AC.
Better than watching Jack Nicholson freeze to death.
Yeah, that was bad. It was
And
about
then-
this warm that night, too.
And also Let the Right One In, which takes place primarily in
And
the
somebody
snow.
freezes to death.
Yeah. Yeah, so he gets pulled out of ice.
Yeah, I've sat in a theater twice and watched a man who has frozen to death while sweating my nards off.
Same theater.
Same person. Same
I'm
person.
glad you got the reference.
Well, yes. I have known you for almost 15 years.
We do quote Hot Fuzz a
A
lot.
lot.
Well, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Man,
Plus
look
it's got
at
the
these
Hound in it.
shots, man. Look at this. That is an awesome shot. Mm-hmm. That is gorgeous.
There's shots like this in Ninja Turtles as well.
Oh yeah.
That'd
The
be
opening sequence in the Ninja Turtles where it's playing the main theme there
Yep.
while they're skating down
Sewer
the sewer.
surfing.
Sewer, I was going to say that. And while they're skating down the sewer.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
So well, like what a well
Which is
done,
accurate for this.
Like that's such a well done. The energy in that shot and the lighting, like everything about that is.
That would be
great.
fun to do a Filmfaker's commentary for.
Turtles?
Yeah.
Not Turtles 3, Jared.
It's on Netflix.
I actually like Turtles 3. Give me a break.
I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
When
Turtles 2 is my favorite by a mile, but I enjoy Turtles
Wow,
3.
really? Over the first one?
Oh, yeah, by a mile.
When they redubbed Turtles 3 as Ninja Turtles in Time, it made it feel a little bit better.
I don't know, man. I always think of the video game, and the video game is very near and dear to my heart.
Well, it's true, but I mean, that's why it's somewhat endearing, because it's like, we want you to think of something good.
They don't go back to the caveman times and fight Slash, is all I'm saying.
Nope.
There's no
Just-
foot soldiers on dinosaurs.
Just feudal Japan, which is wonderful.
It's a cool idea.
It's a very classically composed set of shots here. The red light. A nice way to light the shot without giving away too much. Like, we need you to stop in this key light, please. Mm-hmm. And then
Stop.
there's a reason for it right there. Like,
Yep.
it's really, really smart. Like, again, so much with so little, and everything has a purpose. Like, I'm always jealous of those cinematographers who can work with like work so well with practical lights and source lights, and then make their lights seem like they exist, like that motivated lighting. Because sometimes for me, we're still pretty new to the lighting game, so it's all about just properly lighting a subject still. Where this is like very like motivated lighting all the time. Like motivated lighting in this movie is king.
Yeah.
Like they will forego a more traditional lighting to get a more believable motivated light. Sans that one shot with the orphans where it was just like floodlight pointed up at the guy.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's the only wonky lighting we've seen in this whole movie.
And that could have just been a case of we're in the middle of the street, and we got to figure this out.
And again, look at Swan here, is in the dark.
Yep.
Like, it's just...
No, Swan, you've been honey trapped.
I believe it's called the Honeywell.
You fell down the honey well.
He hasn't fallen down the Honeywell yet. Nice bouquet in the background again.
Did you just recently learn that word?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just really apparent in this movie.
All right.
Think about the last movie we watched. It was The Running Man. Not so much the case.
Yeah.
And before that, Suburban Commando. Most assuredly not the case.
Well, it's because most of Suburban Commando was also shot in the light.
Yeah.
Not a lot of dark in that.
Very simple compositions where, like, look at this.
It's so funny because the first time I saw this scene, because of the way their hair goes and everything, I thought she was somehow sucking the life force out of him. Because the train comes by and their hair goes and you hear the noise.
This is like them making out is not attractive.
No, which is weird because like he's an attractive man and she's like the 1970s version of the hell's her name? Plays Jessica Jones. Kristen
Ritter.
Kristen Ritter.
Stewart. Ritter.
No, she's definitely the 1970s Kristen Ritter.
French
Damn you.
Stewart. French Stewart.
French Stewart. He's an attractive man and she's French Stewart.
I love it.
Go gadget whatever.
I just think of Third Rock. Always French Stewart is the Third Rock connection.
Someday we'll find it. The Third Rock connection.
The Lovers, the Dreamers.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
And JGL.
The Dreamers and
Kristen Johnston.
yeah. Wonder what she's up to these days.
The only reason I remember her name is because we referenced Viva Rock Vegas too much.
Yep.
Yeah, that it actually got burned into my brain too. I remember.
Do you have cabin fever?
It's burning in my brain.
Yes, obvious lesbians.
Oh, for sure.
Really, I'm not picking up any signals.
They're not picking up any singles either.
Ah.
Rembrandt's having none of it.
Or he wants all of it.
No, he is the
No,
party pooper.
he wants Cochise.
Because look, Cochise is straight up rubbing a boobie.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, when in Rome.
Yeah. And now he's just like, I don't like women.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm young.
I'm 14.
I'm only 13 years old.
Shout out to Alex Madsen.
Who will never hear this.
Comic book store.
30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey.
Right next to Angelo's Diner.
Shout out to Tim Irwin, who will hear this.
Amazing.
It's Capes and Scouts podcast.com.
Oh, yeah. CapesandCowsPodcast.com.
Mad_dog_Tim on Twitter.
I was forgetting about the underscores. That makes it
Yep.
so much better.
Yeah, it's Mad_dog_Tim.
Tim, you're great. He hates that name, Mad Dog.
He does.
But he's accepted it.
No, I always think of Back to the Future Part 3.
He hates that name. Mad Dog.
You're Mad Dog Tanded. Mad Dog. I hate that name. I assume the Union lost.
Game's not over yet, but it's almost over.
Here we go.
Conceded a goal in the 87th.
Bang. They got guns. Like, this is a real
Yeah.
gang right here.
Yeah.
First gang we've seen with actual firearms.
No. The Rogues.
All right, the
In the
Rogues
beginning.
the Rogues had one revolver. These
Yeah.
guys
They had one gun
multiple
between
guns.
them.
Yeah.
They had to pass. That
That
it like
shot
it was a hot
is
dog at
awesome.
an
Yeah.
event.
6 guys, 1 gun.
Also, these girls are awful shots.
How about 1 gun, 6 guys?
I shoot a handgun.
Huge fucking goy.
6 guys, 6 guns. How about 6 guys,
One gun.
1 gun? El Duce. He just shoots men. Like, he grabs them out and just... Billy Connolly just holding up small men.
Each of them has one gun.
In my head, it's just Jonah Hill's voice. Bang, bang. Like, and this is the end. And he has the revolver.
I've been grazed. Ow.
Yeah.
Well, Rembrandt's like a 4-year-old,
I'll
dude.
never tag again.
He's only 13, I believe we've established.
Somebody out there is going to get us. No shit. That's what the entire movie to this point has been about.
Maybe we should be doing what we were
Roden's
supposed
like
to do.
grinning because he's like, you know how hard it is to run in these jeans with an erection.
No, I think you could have stopped that with, you know how hard it is?
Yeah.
And they shoot that off. I just bleed to death now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, at this point, I've grinded my dick down to a stump running in these jeans.
Wolf.
Oh.
It's like the mushroom cap fell off an hour ago.
I take it everybody's run for some reason with an erection in this room.
No, just
Just
your
the concept of
description.
rubbing it off like that is just gross.
Your description, like the jeans can become a meat grinder.
I don't want my like an erection anywhere near like jeans and a zipper.
It's like, I'm sorry, I wear underpants that protect myself from the jean material.
This is the 70s. They don't have underpants on.
They don't know what's wearing underpants.
What if a zipper
You
came
say
open?
they don't know what's wearing underpants?
They don't know. You don't know. We all don't know.
Underpants.
Zipper
Finger
comes
points.
undone,
Underpoints.
dick flops out, and then just like saws it off.
Finger points.
Oh my god.
Paul's we're talking about saws.
Jaws of
penises.
death.
Saws all your dick off.
Those enameled signs are gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Mike Wolf. Here comes the rollerblading. What are those things called?
Man.
Overalls.
Douchebags?
Overalls was the clothing item I was trying to figure. This is Paul's favorite gang because they're wearing overalls.
Overpauls.
And they have rollerblades, or roller skates, because rollerblades didn't exist back then.
Nobody had figured out how to make the wheels in a line,
Nobody can stand up like that.
despite the fact that hockey players were doing
Right.
it on ice.
Yeah, but those weren't wheels. This is the blade.
Pretty sure they stayed up by magic.
I still don't understand how hockey players do like a third of the shit they do on
It is
skates.
Unbelievable.
I can go in a really wide circle. That's really about it.
Like that tiling that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's scummy somehow, even though it's reflecting that much light.
That's what New York subway still looks like in a
I
lot of
know.
places.
That's great.
You say great, I say terrifying, but hey.
I like that he's going down correctly.
Yeah, because he'd go pretty fast if he wasn't.
Got to slalom down.
So it's so amazing how hard they're trying to make this guy look tough, even though he's on rollerblades.
If not
and
you,
overalls.
Says Smokey the Bear.
Tied it up, I assume.
In the 93rd minute.
All right. How many more minutes do we have to go here?
I don't
Stoppage
know
time?
what the stoppage time list was, but
Yeah, tie. Woo!
Better than a loss.
there are 3 different ways a draw can go in any sport that allows them. Yeah, it was a draw, or that felt like a win, or fuck, that felt like a loss.
All right, so we've now that's the guy right there.
Yeah.
I cannot remember his name for the life of me. That guy.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
he looks like Brandon Jackson.
It kind of does. I could see
Like
that.
if you gave B Jackson longer hair.
I could see that. There's a Halloween costume.
Yeah, the generic black guy from the Warriors, whose name we can't
Yeah,
remember.
The guy whose name we can't remember. Danny should look it up when you're done your game.
It's the boo.
Thank you.
That means he'll wait.
We got 3 now overall, fellas. We couldn't afford actual coordinated outfits, so we all just bought
We
some
just bought overalls.
and roller skates.
God damn it! The fucking orphans had a better costuming than them.
I agree.
Oh, it's a cowboy in the background.
Yeah, he's creepy. Real creepy. That's almost like, what are they in? Like a Subway flea market at this point? Like, what is going on here?
No, it's just another gang guy.
No, this is one of the. So one of the things that the New York subway has a bunch of is little like kiosks and stands and stuff.
Yeah.
Leyland.
And I'm guessing back then they had things more like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Here comes the gang. The
Wow.
gang's all here, as they say.
The
Mostly.
book, I'm now learning, is based on, or the book was written in 1965 and the film didn't come out till 79.
Yeah, it said based on the novel by.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew it was based on a novel, but
What, this?
Yeah. They had that in the credits. That tends to indicate that it was written before the movie.
Everything's based on a book, right? Like,
Even
Not
books.
novelizations of movies.
script's like a book. But it just seems like the older I get and I go back and I looked at these movies and it's just like, man, these were all books. It's crazy. Because like you always say, like, man, the book's way better. But then like Die Hard, I didn't know was a book when I first saw Die Hard. Obviously,
Paul, is the book better?
It's different. It's still good.
because John McClane's older in the book, right?
Yeah, he's like an old man. And it's his daughter.
Right, that's right. But Fist with Your Toes is still in it, right? Isn't that in the setup part?
No.
Is that just made up?
I think that's just made up.
Okay.
I don't remember it.
I always do that whenever I'm on carpet.
The
I know
actor's
what's his
name is
name.
Brian Tyler.
Okay.
Character is Snow.
Snow.
Argyle is a really old guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Swan, Ajax, Cleon, Snow, Cochise, Cowboy, Rembrandt, Vermin, Fox.
Vermin, not rodent.
Yeah.
Close enough.
But we've mentioned all their names.
Yeah.
Except for, until just now, Snow.
Yeah, here comes the scene I was talking about.
Yeah.
Snow?
This is the bathroom fight scene. Like, this is a real bathroom. Understand that.
Ugh.
Paul's understanding it as in that's gross, because it's a real bathroom.
Look how many people there are in this bathroom. In this lobby.
Will there be TP?
And
Kind of like World's End.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just impressive. Like, this is a hell of a scene.
Those sticks with shoes we got really paid off.
Here we go.
He just punched him with his shot arm.
I absolutely love that everyone else stood there and watched him get sprayed in the face. What a shitty gang the
I will
rollerblading
spray you in the
overall
face,
guys
bitch.
are. They're just like, no, we're not going to stop the fight. We're going to wait to see what happens over here.
We don't get much entertainment.
That one's dressed like Chucky.
Look at the chaos that's going on in this bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, it is a really big bathroom, and she just bites that fucking
Yeah.
dude. She's just like, you
And
know
they're-
what?
Like, a
Fuck
lot
you
of them are getting
people.
their asses kicked.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real decent
Go,
fight.
Snow!
I hit this guy with a pull cue, then I threw him through a window. You know, that except the exact opposite.
It was that, just an exactly reverse.
It's exactly reverse.
Oh, man. Yeah, Swan's getting his ass beat. And now Snow's coming up to help him.
That kick is so
Boom,
good.
right into the camera.
Yep.
I think they do that again at the last shot of this particular scene. Like, some of the tiles are missing now. Like,
Some of them were missing before, to be fair, though.
yeah.
But yes, when you swing a baseball bat full force into a wall,
I
you
just-
will break off tile.
Yeah, like that. Like, there's just a lot of really cool details you miss in a lot of other fight scenes. Like, it gives the
'cause it's
blows
so
a
white.
lot of severity. Like,
He
that,
just broke that fucking bat in that guy's gut.
think
He
about
looked like
all
Michael
the things that
Winslow.
there it is.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh man, that shot is money.
Yeah.
And he's just like, is the camera okay?
Fell on a real toilet people used.
Like,
Who let
man,
them
that
break the
scene
bathroom?
is great. Like, there's so much energy in that fight scene. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great.
I know that was definitely an inspiration for Edgar Wright when he did The World's End.
That fight is also great.
Yes. Oh man, damn Turnbull ACs.
Those headphones are amazing.
Yeah,
I want a pair of 70s cans so bad.
expensive.
Yep. Though actually, in a lot of cases, cheaper to buy an actual set from the 70s than it is to buy one of the modern tech looks like 70s ones, even though the modern tech looks like 70s ones are better. But I want that sound. I want it to sound like listening to music in the 70s would have.
Sure. That high fidelity.
Stereophonic duo vision.
That's right.
What crap that was.
You nailed it. Yeah, I love it. And then here comes our like human moment when the it's kind of the end of the night, right? They've been through all this shit, and then we get the train stops and a couple gets on from a wedding or like some kind of a
Yeah.
formal or something, and then you see like the two lifestyles kind of like in comparison. So you get your kind of allegorical, metaphorical kind of moment now.
Yeah.
It's like these are people who are making life choices, and these are the life choices these groups of people have made. Like, here's a group of people who've had a great night. Like, look at these guys. They're very excited. Their hair does the same thing mine does when it's humid.
That was just the style. You would have fit perfectly in.
I know.
Look at that suit. Oh my God. They look like extras from Starland Express.
It's great. And so so they had a great night, right? Like they had fun. They're pretty wasted, and now you get these two who are like, we've been through literal hell.
Yeah.
It's just this is what you've chosen to do with your lives. They've chose to do this. You chose to do that. So it's that's the kind of what you have to live with. And now they're just like, yep, that's not. Ugh. So gross. Her hands, the color of her hands are horrifying. Yeah, just nothing about that is good.
Such an awkward stare off.
Oh yeah, it's just like, it says a lot.
Don't touch your face.
It says a lot.
Sorry, Starlight Express.
It says a lot without saying anything, which is impressive. Like, look at her. Boof. Somehow look worse than earlier.
Yeah,
We're going to go anywhere else now.
Yeah. Literally anywhere else in New York would be preferable to this.
Yeah, that's what
They're actually members of the prom gang.
The prom gang.
And they're like, there's too many of them. Let's just go. And the Cinderella moment because she dropped her flower.
Yep.
That shot's awesome. I love shots of the either the moon or the sun.
Yeah.
Like, they look so good.
You always have to have them, right, Paul?
Always shoot the moon, the
Always
sun,
shoot the birds.
and the birds, and any animals.
Any animals you can
You
get.
can get any animal shots, you take it.
A great way to show a passage of time, too, by going back to the Ferris wheel. Now, no longer lit up, because it's now light. Just great.
Also, the sun coming up was a good way to show the passage of time.
Yep. Oh, just nailed
Everything's
it.
still well.
Yep.
Everything is still well.
On the avenue, anyway.
We gonna rock down to
The Stillwell
Electric
Avenue.
Avenue.
That did not work out as well as I'd hoped.
The things are still well.
At Stillwell.
So we're gonna fuck or what?
I got you these flowers.
Flowers.
The flowers are still standing. I hate seeing them go to waste. Smooth. Smooth. Buttery.
Yeah, it's him having the realization of there's so much more that could be to this. What
Yeah.
have we done?
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, Brooklyn in general isn't all that great, and the Coney Island, Brighton Beach area is, even to this day, not a great place.
What are you talking about?
That's true, but I mean, if you grew up there and like
Well, yeah,
you
and
were
plus that's the
enfranchised to
cyclone,
it,
so...
Yep.
you'd be like, "This is what I know."
And here
Then you
come
get a view of something
Captain
else. You're like, "Wow."
Useless in the useless mobile.
It's a gorgeous car, though.
It is wonderful. As Seinfeld said, to the idiot mobile. Yeah, just
Oh, that car's so, so beautiful.
just a real interesting kind of way to say all that needs to be said very quickly, which was the opposite of the orphan stuff, which was saying less because it was more just story points.
Yeah.
And this was like, this was actually like kind of saying, what the whole movie is about. And it did it in less time than
How in no
the
way...
orphans conversation.
Yeah. How in no way did they, like, not hear them coming?
He saw it.
Initially.
Yeah. They're pretty wiped out, I'd say.
I guess that's true. They've been going all night.
I mean, granted, they're all in, like, stellar shape, but still, there's a limit. Cowboy was flat out asleep nestling a bat on the subway.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
He did take quite a nap.
Yeah.
A bat nap. It's like a cat nap, but with a bat.
Yeah, it is.
What's the best part of taking a bat nap? Justice.
Oh, now we have our cache of weapons. And also these beams and poles.
That is their catch of weapons.
Where are our backup guys? Why are there only us?
Why did they just waste that 40?
That was the look he just gave. Bitch, what are you doing? I was gonna drink that.
That was my. I bought that specifically for when we got back from the gang meetup.
Yeah.
It's my special drink. I like it. Keep referencing this as the end. I'm gonna be really pissed if I don't get some of that Milky Way.
Then the most iconic scene, probably.
Oh, for sure.
Aside from the meeting in the beginning.
Why don't they just throw another Molotov cocktail at the car? Like,
They're
boom,
out of Molotov
woof.
cocktails.
I'm assuming everyone here has done that.
Oh,
With the
yeah.
glass bottles?
Yes.
If you have
Oh,
bottles,
yeah.
you have to do it.
I do it with glasses when I'm washing the dishes. Natalie hates it.
Once a year, that's really annoying.
It's once a year. I get it.
Thanks, Jared.
You're the worst.
Look at his face in this scene.
Come out.
Look at how red it gets.
I don't think he understands how rogues work.
I agree with
That's
you,
a
Paul.
really good point.
Well said.
They're driving in a car down the middle of the road,
Loudly.
making noise.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, this scene with the knife at the end on the beach.
Oh,
is
yeah.
so badass. Anytime somebody brings a knife to a gunfight, it's one of the coolest things.
Try not to stab himself in the ass. Why'd I open that up?
Because he's gonna pull it out and throw it at him. So, because I'm gonna fucking, and he knows it now. He's like, it's gonna come down to me pulling this out and throwing it at this dude. Because that's how much of a badass Swan is in this
Yeah.
movie.
I'm going to have to do some real badass shit. Well, Swan's the war chief.
Yeah, new war chief.
No, he was, or no, he was the hell is his title before he's the war chief?
War chef,
No. Goblin war chef?
Assistant.
assistant to the war chief,
Vice War Chief.
best boy war chief.
Assistant to the war chief.
Assistant to Cleon. Swan. There they are. On the beach.
No, he's the war chief. Cleon's the warlord.
Oh, okay.
And so now he's the warlord presumptive, I
Yes.
guess.
In gangs, you have to think this far ahead.
Yeah.
Snow's hair has also gotten twice the size.
It's very humid down by the water.
But yeah. Probably feels great.
So did they kill the other guy
What other guy?
with their rain of elbows?
Cleon, he got arrested.
Oh.
Yeah, he got the shit beat out of him and arrested.
Yep. Any gang member that was left behind presumably got picked up by the cops.
Fox is the only one that does not make it.
No reason.
So far. Spoilers.
Such a turd.
I just like doing things like that.
Now you did.
Yeah, it's, you know,
Here it comes.
as they say, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight, but
It's hyper badass.
I think Swan actually proves that you
Woof.
do bring a knife to a gunfight
So I'm wondering where the shot went.
over his shoulder.
Yeah, over his shoulder is other people.
Yeah,
though.
it's that other guy's head.
Like
I mean, he was
Rembrandt's
aiming-
face was
Well, you have to
right
remember
there.
this guy's short, right? And he's aiming for his head, so he's aiming up a little. If it goes over his shoulder, it might just keep going up. But I agree, it's highly dubious. Classic. Like, why is that in every gang movie? Because it's in The Outsiders, too, where they wipe the knife clean with somebody's hair.
Mm-hmm.
There's the old Turnbulls. Whole beach full of them.
Those mirrored shades, man.
That would just drive me insane.
Those mirrored shades are hot shit, man. That's a lot of motherfuckers with weapons and
Yeah.
one guy with a hockey stick.
No longer in karate gear.
Nope.
The hell do you get the hockey stick?
That's a goalie stick. That's a black guy with a hockey stick.
He's now behind everyone because he bamfed.
Yeah, we'll take care of this idiot here. We'll take care of this gorilla eating goon over here.
You go get Chicago win before he disappears.
Thanks, Bullhorn. Sorry we almost killed you.
Here's some gold.
Sorry we showed your village. So I forget, and because I can't really hear it. Yeah. How do they know that it wasn't the Warriors now?
Because he had him admitted on the beach. He said, "Why'd you do it? Why'd you shoot Cyrus?"
Oh,
And
right,
he
and then
mocked
they
him
heard
by
it.
saying,
Yeah,
"I like
yep.
doing that gun." To the
Yeah,
big
that's
bull."
right. There's a whole shitload with hockey sticks. Who are these black people with hockey sticks?
They don't know what they are. They just know they look cool.
These look like axes.
Do you mean this is a sport?
It's like a wooden scythe.
It's our karate sticks.
Oh, they're done. They're done.
That wailing no as the shit changes.
It's okay now. It's on the radio that it's okay.
Hey, man, she's the gal.
She is.
Yeah, you have to listen. Otherwise,
She's the chief.
other gangs will still be after them.
I'd be pissed if I was those gangs that got beat up by them.
Yeah. This is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
In the city. No one's talking. We're all just enjoying the song.
That song's great.
It
We
is a
need to
great
talk.
song.
They're not talking. Why should we?
They don't. There's not a lot of dialogue in this movie.
Not a whole lot.
Just enough to
Swan,
basically get
Ajax,
by
Cleon,
exposition.
Snow, Cochise, Cowboy, Rembrandt, Furman, Mercy.
Mercy's the chick.
Deborah Van Valkenburg.
Valkenburg. That name does not fit her appearance at all.
No, it doesn't. Gregory Cleghorn.
Rogues. McDouchenbaggin.
Turnbull ACs.
Carrot.
Yeah.
Ken
William Williams. The Orphans. Apache Ramos.
Oh my god.
That must be the guy with the fro.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Baseball Furies. Nobody funny name.
Lane. Guy's first name is Lane.
The Lizzies.
There's a Verkenloot or Vanderkloot.
Vanderkloot. The Punks. Conrad with a K. You don't see that very often.
There's Erwin Key.
Yep.
The police were in this movie. Where's Sting?
Whoop, whoop. Here come the police.
That's the sound of the police.
Who are the punks? Are they escape rollers blades?
I believe so.
I think those are the punks, yeah.
Just so dumb because they don't look like punks at all.
No, they look like overall wearing weirdos.
I just love that they're walking off into the sunrise.
Yep.
It's like, we are of this beach.
Pretty much.
It's true, but I mean, they're also not.
Why is dark?
Why is the second assistant director's
So
credit
much smaller.
Tiny?
Yeah. They don't want you to know who the second ADs were.
Yeah, I guess not.
Or that was an
I'd be
accident.
pretty pissed off.
Gibbony White, the script supervisor.
Gibboni and Ivory.
Jack Jacobson. AK Ho.
And David Street as a location manager.
Yep.
That works.
Yep. I'm trusting a guy whose name is Street.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. So what do you think, Paul? Any improved opinion about this movie?
Not really.
No?
He at
So
least-
much so that he yawned.
He at least enjoys the way it was made. Maybe not
The
theme.
filmmaking in this movie is just bar none.
I
Jared, what do you
wouldn't say
think?
bar none, but
I've
it's-
always enjoyed it.
I know you're a big fan.
Ever since Ken Lyles told us to watch this movie.
That's true.
Really? Kenny Lyles told you to watch this?
That's right.
Shout out Kenny Lyles,
Yep.
who will probably never be able to hear this, but
I'm sure he can get it in Hawaii. I have no indication that he's there, but
he's just of there.
why not?
All right, kids. Netflix has told us that now we can watch season 2 of Grace and Frankie, so I believe The Warriors is over. Thanks for hanging with us for another Filmfakers commentary. We will be back soon with another one. Make sure you check us out on all the places you do social things on the internet and supraliminalfilms.com. Good night, everybody.
No.